your caddy with all the followers that did the post of his motel 2 days ago
Joel
from
Damon's
Idaho?
caddy, Gino. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm staying with JT Poston and Aaron Fleener, and they're really, really good friends. And, I guess Gino had texted, I don't know Gino personally, but Gino had texted Fleener, who caddies for Postman. And he was
Yeah.
like, hey, man, do y'all have any room in your house? Because my Airbnb
Because it was so
canceled.
bad.
And you should see this this hotel room I'm staying in. I saw the video. It was terrible. I'm
It
like,
was
dude,
awful.
you can splurge and get you a Holiday Inn
It was
Express
awful.
tonight. You would think, right?
I mean, you think somebody would throw a sympathy invite
I
out there
know.
and be like, look, man, we
I
got a
would agree.
couch.
I would agree, but it was pretty bad little deal. Looks like he's got set up.
So what are the cribs looking like? The US Open week cribs. What's that look like there? It's a good little
Well, it
setup. Are you on
should
the second floor there
it
above
should.
the
I'm on the
garage?
third floor. Harmon and JT stuck me on the third floor, so I got my own little bed. A little
Nice.
shower, had a little plumbing issue when I first got here. The toilet was stopped up. Went in to use the bathroom and it was already stopped up. So I was like, all right, there's our first problem. We got to get that fixed. So called the plumber by. He came by and fixed it up, and I'm good to go now.
Union workers.
That's
Nice.
right.
They won't let you touch anything.
I know.
So what's the over under on the amount of beers your dad's going to drink following this thing tomorrow?
Oh my God, who knows? He's actually went down to the beach. They've been planning a beach trip. They're in St. Simons right now, and they were planning it. And like a month ago, they were like, "Well, I can't wait to see you that week." I'm like, "Well, I'm hopefully not going to be there, guys." And I kept telling him, I'm like, "I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be at the U.S. Open. I don't want to play and all that." And so, I mean, he's going to be sitting on the well. He's probably not going to be sitting on the beach. He might be watching the coverage a little bit, but I have a
I
feeling.
don't know. Wingfoot or playing golf with David Sigg and Jimmy Leibach and the boys and St. Simons. I think you may be in the better spot.
I know. I think I'm doing the right thing
You
here.
want to get in on this? You love videos. Get in on this. Get in on this Q&A.
Don't be scared, bud.
Steve's our resident blogger. Today's guest on the Palomar Perspective. The people have been asking us to put a face and a voice with the name of the Palomar Brand Ambassador, Greyson Sigg, and we're known for giving the people what they want. So Greyson, welcome to the Palomar Perspective.
Happy to be
How's
here.
everything in Wingfoot?
Wingfoot's been great. It's been a good experience for me so far, and got a busy 4 days ahead of me. So looking forward to it, though. It's going to be a good test of golf.
Okay. Well, what's pretty cool about this is one, I've known you since you were a junior golfer.
Yeah.
Always thought the world of you as a golfer, more so as an individual. Your journey's been unbelievable to follow, and really, it probably doesn't feel like it to you, but in a fairly quick time, you've accomplished a lot. So, could you have imagined 12 months ago, you're teeing it up in London, Ontario?
London, Ontario, correct.
And really 12 months to the date, you're teeing it up in the U.S. Open. I mean, that's a big step forward. Would you have thought that was reachable at the time? Tell us about how you got from London to where you are today.
I've been playing some really good golf and came out of school playing good golf too. And everyone who I talk to about this whole professional golf thing is like, good golf takes care of everything. And I just kept believing that and trusting in that and just kept playing good golf. And, like you said, a year ago, I was in London, and I remember
Ontario.
Excuse me. That final round was important because I was on the bubble there. I was trying to get inside that top 10. I want to say I was like 8th on the money list going in that last week. Needed to finish like 15th to guarantee getting to final stage of Q School that year. And I shot 65 that last round. So, I mean, you just build on stuff like that. When you have, if I would have went out and shot even par that day, then who knows what would have happened. I mean, you could go so many different ways. But, I mean, like you said, it's just, every round counts, every shot counts. So I've been playing good. And, luckily I played really good that day, got in the top 10, made it to final stage of Q School this year, and got a Korn Ferry card, and it's been kind of off and running from there. And had a good year. Fortunate enough to had a good year so far, and had a really good week a couple weeks ago. Would have liked to obviously get the job done there, but it is what it is, and I gave it all I had. So and it was good enough for the Open. So that was also a nice little prize for me when I was walking off. The media guys were like, "Well, can we get a little quick video with you here because you're going to the U.S. Open?" And I was like, "Okay, that makes finishing second
Good consolation. Good consolation prize.
Correct.
When you came off 18, did you know that you had qualified for the U.S. Open?
I had no idea. I knew coming into the week because it was top 5 guys in the playoff events, and so we had 3 playoff events. I finished 11th in Boise. Kind of a bad final round there, but it is what it is. So finished 11th there, made the cut in Ohio State. And then, so I knew if I finished maybe solo third, I'd have a chance, just kind of depending on what the other guys, because the 3 winners are guaranteed. So it comes down to just like the second, there are people who finish second or whatnot. And so I knew if I finished solo third the last week, I might have a chance, but solo second would have for sure done it. So, I just didn't really do anything different. Just went out and played, and it happened.
Well, like you say, good golf takes care of a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind
of the last 12 months, having the bet as you've continued to play well, knowing that you're going to have tee times in the months ahead has got to be extremely exhilarating for you.
For sure. I mean, next year for me now, with the Korn Ferry schedule being kind of 2 years brought into one, next year is going to be, I'm not going to say a breeze, but it's going to be a little easier because I don't have to play every event. I don't have to play 6 events in a row, 6, 7 events. I can kind of take off when I want and kind of spread them out just because of where I'm at on the money list now. And, next year's it's going to be fun. I'm going to go out and have fun and a little bit more relaxed attitude than probably the start of the year per se. So it's going to be fun to go out and try to get that first spot on the money list.
What was this past year like? I mean, obviously the Korn Ferry Tour, the travel is a lot more taxing than on the McKenzie Tour. So what was that like? Just having to
I wouldn't say it's much different, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I think it's, when we were in Canada, we're traveling from the east side of the country to the west side. The Korn Ferry Tour does travel out of the country. The trips to Mexico and like Bogota and Panama, those were a little brutal at times, but it's fun being back in the States for the majority of the year and kind of checking out some of these cities that I haven't been in. So, I mean, and that's one thing that Canada did teach me is how to travel, because traveling gets a little tough.
Air Canada, well, you built up some Air Canada points.
I got plenty of Air Canada miles.
I still got a lot left over. I don't know if they've expired, but 01, 02, I logged a few up in Air Canada.
There you go.
With the newfound success, one of the big trends this year, have you turned into a seltzer drinker, or are you still drinking beer?
I'm still drinking
seltzer, White Claw like Steve, or
no,
you still?
No. I'm still on the Miller Lite train.
You don't throw a seltzer in after like beer number 6 or 7 just to change it up for a minute? Get a lot of right?
I think that's when I go to the vodka. So I just skip the whole seltzer thing. I'm just straight to the hard stuff.
Probably nice. Good strategy.
How are the
drivers taught me well?
You were a good driver back in the day.
Well, back when you were
you were Uber before Uber.
Like if we was buying you beer.
If we had picked up on it, you were Uber before Uber. I mean, we were
you're right. I should have started Uber then.
Yeah. The digs there. So your roommates, Brian Harmon, JT.
Yeah.
How's it work? Meals? Do you have dinner tonight or breakfast tomorrow morning? Who's responsible for what?
We kind of, I mean, as far as breakfast and lunch goes, we'll just eat at the course. I mean, they obviously have some pretty good food for us there in the clubhouse, but dinners, we're kind of on our own. I mean, we're in a bubble, per se. So and everything in New York's closed anyways for indoor dining. So we've just been ordering food, but Harmon was nice enough to cook dinner for me the first night or Tuesday night. I got in off the golf course and he had dinner ready for me and everything.
There you go. Is there
pretty nice?
Pretty solid. Is there a basketball goal there?
There is not.
If there were, and you had a one-on-one with Harmon, who would get more rebounds? Who would get more rebounds?
I would be able to dunk over Harmon for sure.
Over Harmon?
Yeah.
It's the legs.
Correct. The calf.
You haven't been ignoring leg day. I appreciate that about you.
Absolutely. Never forget leg day.
Okay, a lot of I mean, being at your first U.S. Open, it's got to be pretty, awesome to be around some of your idols, guys you've looked up to.
For sure.
Phil's out there.
Phil's out
Tiger,
there hitting
Adam Scott, Rory Sabatini. But let's be honest. Did you get a chance to meet Danny Noonan?
So I don't know if you've looked at the pairings, but I'm playing with the guy who was caddying
Danny
for
Golan? Danny Golan?
Danny
Is that
Golan, something. I don't even really know his name, but so I did. I ran into him on the putting green. I spoke to Danny, and and then I went over there and talked to Noonan and said hello and introduced myself. I mean, you can see the guy coming from a mile away because he has not changed one bit. Since
he's got the Bushwood hat. Bushwood hat, hair coming out.
Still got the hair coming out. The rope
Awesome.
hat like this. I mean, it's amazing. But he's not caddying in the tournament. He's just caddying for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. What's your favorite quote, Caddyshack?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many good ones. I mean, that's a tough one for me. Probably the hat scene when he puts on the hat in the pro shop and it looks good on you. That's probably my number one.
Ty, one that jumped out was don't sell yourself short, Judge. You're an extremely
or either Spalding, get your foot off the boat. That's also that one's up there with me.
Yeah. You'll get nothing and like it.
Correct.
That's a good one. I got some friends I feel like are somewhat borderline Spalding. I've heard some rumors about the Sea Island Mafia.
Yeah.
Is there any legs to that? I mean, does this help your standing within it? Do you think
you know what? It's almost
like
a secret. It's almost like a secret society. Like if I get the invite or if people want to ask me about it or talk to me about it, then I will. But I don't know much about the whole insider information on it yet. But I think I'll have to get a PGA Tour card to be invited in that.
Yeah, still a potential pledge.
Still.
Or a U.S. Open victory may help.
Yeah, I think that would kind of jumpstart me in the Mafia there.
Back to your playing partner, the PGA professional.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's played Winged Foot like 50 to 60 times.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be watching
some good.
So I'm going to be watching him closely on the greens then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because these greens are, you got to hit it. If you hit it above the hole, then it's, you have that little 4 or 5 footer coming straight down the hill. You better hold on tight because if you miss it, it's going to go at least 5 or 6 feet past. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I typically love those for double bogey because I can just pick it up right after that.
Well, you might see some guys putting for those putts this week for double.
All right, a 7 handicap like Steve, who doesn't hit many fairways. What do you think he would over under
36? My buddy asked me that yesterday, and he normally shoots around 70, 75, somewhere around there. And I had a long conversation with my buddy, and we talked about it. And I think we set the over and under for like a 75 shooter at 184.5 for 36 holes.
Oh, 36 holes.
184.5. 92 and change.
Is that from the pro keys or from the?
Well, that I didn't take into consideration, but that I think that probably from the back tees, yes.
Okay.
I mean, the average golfer. I mean, it's just because if you hit in the rough, I mean, the ball. There's been times where I haven't been able to advance the ball more than 30 yards. You know what I mean? This week, and it's all lie dependent, obviously, and like. I've gotten some juicy ones where, when you miss the fairway, it's pull your 60-degree out and hit it as hard as you can straight back to the fairway and then go from there.
Yeah, don't be afraid to widen your stance on those and really use that.
Can you text me some swing tips on how to hit that
system of yours?
Please, if you're taking swing tips from David at this point, please send him a video of your swing tips.
I got some issues.
He's working through some.
It's a cross between Kevin Na, circa the Players Championship a few years ago, and Charles Barkley. Fine. Super accomplished athlete, Charles Barkley.
There you go.
Okay, celebrations. This is something really important to Palomar. Okay, when we celebrate, we close the deal around here. We karate kick, we high five, we ring bells. Tiger's got his dynamic fist pump. Phil's got more kind of passive aggressive, like boom.
No, Phil's got the jump.
He had a little jump.
Phil's got the jump, bud.
Got the jump, but he doesn't pull that out very often. I mean, just like on a huge like U.S. Open par saving putt, he'll just go.
He hasn't had a few of those. He hasn't had a few celebrations. He hasn't had many celebrations at the U.S. Open though.
Chesson Hadley's got his whatever, kids and team play goes with the three amigos.
Yeah.
It's really not going to come into play this week. Would you be open to doing like an air grenade? Like if you make a big putt, like for the blackjack table and we get a great hand or a blackjack.
Don't want a heater, yeah.
Crowd loves it where you kind of pull the pin with your mouth, throw it
behind the back
into the pit, and then maybe you and your caddy simultaneously boom.
Yeah, I mean, if I make a bomb,
this caddy does the bird. I just feel like you need
I mean, if I make a bomb
on
the first hole tomorrow for birdie, then I think it might call for a behind the back grenade throw at 6:55 in the morning. So you might look for that. If I birdie the first hole tomorrow, I'll do a bomb throw for you.
Look forward to it.
Is that one of the featured holes?
I don't know.
10, it might be.
I don't think he'll be in the featured group, but hopefully that's a featured hole.
There'll be a camera there, so if he does
There'll be a camera?
Yeah, there'll be a camera crew. There's a camera crew on every hole. I don't know how they're doing it. I know NBC's covering it, right? Or is Fox still doing it?
It's going to be it goes NBC in the afternoon. I think Golf Channel in the morning.
Okay.
We'll have Jessica get with you on that. So we do need something on the celebration front. I don't know. I mean,
perfect.
Karate kick. Golf, this is exciting. Steve recently added a unique piece of equipment to his golf bag. He took out the 60 and added the chipper.
Oh my gosh.
It was a clutch pickup.
It's helped a lot.
It has. It's helped tremendously. It was found, I recently moved and it was found in the attic. So probably about 25 years old, but it's really elevated my game around the greens.
Is that a Club Pro guy special?
I believe so. I believe it was something that he used back on the Mexican.
He's endorsing it probably, if I had to imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he used it on the 8.
I think it was 8-hole par stretch. I think he did.
I mean, I don't know why Rivers is giving you such a hard time. I've seen him chip before too. Maybe you ought to throw that thing in his bag.
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
it's a nipper's paradise.
David's actually doing a pretty good job chipping right now, but you do not want to be standing anywhere to the left of him off the tee.
Yeah,
it's a struggle.
I've gotten plenty of practice. I've had plenty of practice tripping.
Oh man,
Tony's getting that straightened out. No worries. So in your golf bag, I know your equipment is pretty standard. I know you haven't gone to the advanced tools such as a chipper.
I have not.
Anything unique you carry in your golf bag? Anything that's superstitious?
Well, I've used the same ball marker. I use the same ball marker every day for about 2 or 3 years now. And it's got a little G on it, and it says Sigg on the back of it. So I got a little Georgia ball marker that I've used. Just,
it's not one of the big sewer.
No, it's not too big. It's about the size of a quarter. It's a little bigger than a quarter, but it's nothing. It's no poker chip by any means. I mean, those poker chips are brutal. But I mean, I'm pretty not too superstitious. I mean, as far as ball marker, other than that, I'm pretty much wide open.
Pretty easy going. All right, let's get into what you really care about. What's your take on the Georgia Bulldogs and how they're going to look this year?
This new quarterback we got is supposed to be
Which one?
pretty good.
Talking about JT?
Dwayne guy. I mean,
you talking about Carson Beck? You talking about Dwayne? I mean, who are we talking about?
I'm excited about this Dwayne guy. I've heard a little bit about him and a little dual threat. I mean, I'm ready to see the Dogs have a dual threat guy. I mean, how cool would it be if Justin Fields was still there? I mean, just running the show. No idea what's coming at you. I mean, they got, I don't know, but whoever we got, I think is going to be good. I mean, our defense is going to be unbelievable. you know, we got so many playmakers too. So I think it's going to be fun to watch. I mean, I'm excited. I'm just happy they're going to play, you know. I mean,
agree with that.
There was a time where I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I don't think anybody knew, you know.
Yeah.
But
SEC was gonna. They were gonna go till the bitter end. They're
gonna fight it out.
Yeah, they're
way of life down south. Way of life.
The people needed it, just much like the people needed Greyson Sigg on the Palomar Perspective.
Exactly.
Look, with that, I mean, you're out of the round table here. I think so. We
played in a charity golf tournament at Westlake on last Friday.
Yeah.
And the
top 45 finish, by the way.
How many guys played? 50?
47.
It was a scramble, and we did finish under par, so that's positive.
I don't think we made a bogey.
We did not.
Yeah,
No.
I hope y'all did not make a bogey in a scramble.
We did not make a bogey.
Good enough.
It's very easy. We did have a few clutch par saves.
I like that.
Had some mulligans. But they had a raffle. You know, they did not raffle tickets. They do a raffle afterwards. So
yeah.
These guys left, but I stuck around because like the big prize was a RecTech grill. So thought that would have been a nice addition. But sadly, I didn't win that. But what did win was the Wingfoot flag. So,
no shit.
Yeah. So that that's a great second to the grill. But,
there you go.
Have to get you to sign that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And
that's like the authentic flag there.
Yeah,
that's
it's official. We'll reframe it after you win it. We'll put a picture of you with the trophy on it, and
there you go,
and the signature on there. So
that'll
be a nice addition to the office.
Absolutely, that'd look good.
But look, bud, it's going to be an exciting week. Couldn't be more fired up for you and excited. We know you're going to do great. Go out there, have fun, relax. I mean, really, if you want to go karate kick as opposed to air grenade, or maybe just a big boom after the first tee ball.
I recommend
that.
Karate kick. We don't pull anything.
You can't pull those hands. Have you seen those?
Yeah, you can't be too safe.
Have you seen those hands?
You can't be too good. You don't want to pull anything.
Correct.
So, yeah.
All right, boys.
All right.
Well, I appreciate it.
Good luck, and we're looking forward to watching you this week.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Enjoy.
We will.
Good
Talk to you.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.